Well, hello. I don't even know what to say today, but I haven't done a vlog for a good long time, so here it is. Last week, I put in over 273,000 steps. So that's within that week, from Friday morning to Thursday evening. 273,000 steps. And I should have vlogged. Often I'm just so busy, even today. And I wouldn't do this vlog unless I actually hit the kilometers. I might get some kilometers. But these steps that I've taken, and right now it's 55,000, which, hey, that just beat last week's best, which is good. I feel I can do more. This actually is more of a test of, can I actually communicate after going that distance? Often when I was on the road, it was very difficult to communicate because I exerted so much energy, so much of myself in that day that I barely had anything to give at the end of it sometimes. And that's when the reporter would go, hello. But this is a little practice. I'm exercising everything, even just running on the spot. I'm exercising everything. Also talking to people. It's been really good, to tell you the truth. Now, when I'm running around, often people just see a streak of me going by and they don't know anything, they don't know who I am. When you arrive here at the library in a spot just back there, and you start at a little bit after 1 o'clock today, and you go, and you go, and you go, and right now, currently, it's 8 o'clock in the evening. I did take a break to have a granola cookie in between, but very little breaks, very little. A couple of washroom breaks, that was about it. And just go, go, go. People react. And there's more to the communication than just speaking, although I want to do it right now and share this. But there is motion, there's action. That old saying, I've lived my life by it. Actions speak louder than words. And I've also said and added to that, if actions speak louder than words, I must be screaming. And I'm really dressed in yellow. I'm screaming. And people are hearing it. People are seeing it. It's a visual cue to go, what is this guy doing? I've seen him 2 hours ago doing it. You know, what's he up to? And when people ask me what I'm up to, I usually give them, with that question, the steps I've taken. And so yeah, I'm up to 55,000 steps today if somebody was to ask. But somebody asked me earlier what I'm up to, and you know, I think it was 36,000 at that point. Been a delight. And even back here where that L is, where I started off the vlog, sometimes just going a little further, pushing a little further, it gets yet another reaction. And I had 3 children and myself climbing up on this thing. I was up over 50,000 steps, and I'm climbing up next to the L in library to get a photo with these children because the mother asked if she could take well, pictures. You know, a good memory for those kids. I hope she shares it and because it's a great memory with me. But I've had a lot of really great memories here over the last few weeks. Inspirational, really inspirational. Not just the young kids coming up and inspire me to climb up a monument, but also senior people. One lady, she was inspired by my motion. She said it was as if somebody sent her way, or she was led into my direction. And I do say the more we move others. So, you know, making that movement is. But yeah, her and a walker talked to me. It was probably a better half of, well, close to an hour maybe. But by the end of it, she is showing me how to do Tai Chi moves, and the walker is sitting beside her. You know, that's amazing, inspirational to me. as well as a fella on a bike named Leonard, who has struggled his whole life, very heroically. And I know, having a busted leg, just how tough it is to try to get yourself balanced again and moving on that leg. Yeah, he had cerebral palsy. Well, he has cerebral palsy. It's nothing he's going to get rid of. I wish somebody would add, for vehicles going by, better mufflers. But anyways, as I was saying, it's nothing he was going to get rid of. And can he get rid of it? But he conquers it. And I mean conquered it. He's out there biking around, and it visibly, I look at it, it's painful to watch him move, but that's the way he moved his whole life. And he's out there on a bicycle. It was like, it's just great. It visibly, you know, you can see that he struggles. And he said earlier this year he got struck by a bike, or by a vehicle, when he was riding his bike. And the doctor said, well, no more riding bikes for you. He's riding his bike. After a busted hip, he's still riding his bike. I mean, that's just heroically inspirational to me. You know, as well as last week at the Buskers Festival that I was jogging in on the spot. A couple of kids, well, a few kids, led by a 15-year-old young adult, we'll say, and the other kids about 7-8 years old. These kids ran on the spot with me, and they loved it. I couldn't get rid of them for about 20 minutes. No, I didn't want to get rid of them. Geez, I wish they were still here. But yeah, you know, committed to take 20 minutes with me to run on the spot. And I thought it was absolutely amazing. Just many people I've met. I could go on and on, but the memories I have, and the memories I share with them. But it is creating memories, good memories, and you know, I even giving them a card with my name on it. I said, if you can't remember my name, remember the fellow in yellow. And if you can't remember the fellow in yellow, well, remember the action of them. But I think they will. I don't know what more to say, except that I'm going to do more. I am going to be out here. My body is holding up. It does feel like it wants to do more. By the end of the day, I still got to get home from here. I feel probably I will reach a marathon distance today. Some mathematical equations. I'm just going by my some of the equations I used for my stride. So I probably would be close to, if I was to stretch out myself running on the spot, today I'd probably reach a marathon distance. So that's good. And it's good, my test. I think I talk clearly. If anybody wants to comment on that, please do. I think I'm talking clearly, and I think I got my point across. But there may be a time when I can't use my feet, and I'll have to dedicate my life to my words. If I can't reach them with my feet, I want to reach them with my words. And this fellow in yellow, I think this thing's kind of working. It worked in theory, it's working in practice, and I think I'll keep going at this. Anyways, cheers folks, and I will leave you with this again, my most famous saying: the more we move others. Cheers folks, and I guess I'm going to take a few more steps towards this wonderful sign. Cheers. Yes, growth is very important.